would. I think it's just because I do like to get creative though. But that's.
Yeah, you can't tell me it's just, like I can make any meal with those 6. Anything else, I'll just pick up at the store, or like I'll probably end up using something else.
I don't get creative because like I'm such a cheapskate that if I make food and it tastes kind of meh, I'm like, man, I wasted money on this. So I just, I don't experiment too much because I'm always like, if this tastes bad, I'm gonna feel bad.
I feel you. That's why it's like hard to try new things. Like I made something that was recently, like it wasn't bad. Like it was objectively just fine. But Lindsay just ended up not liking the Swedish meatballs, and I was just like, oh. No, it's just a waste.
Is it because they're too Swedish?
Yes, she and trying to remember if Hitler hated the Swedes or not. I was trying to make that joke, but I couldn't remember. He hated a lot of people, so I could have just went with it and been like, yeah, he hated the Swedes, but I was like, I don't know if he specifically hated the Swedes.
I don't think he did, necessarily.
It was not directly attacked. See, I would have been a silly goose had I tried to say that.
You didn't like the Poles.
The Polish, yeah. It was the Polish. Yeah. But see, we were talking about Swedes. I couldn't drag the Polish in there. That would have just been off topic.
Yeah, it would be like, hey, you went through a stretch just to make a Hitler joke.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna twist myself to go even farther. It's like, actually,
it's the Third Reich, not the Third Reach.
That's pretty good. You've had ones where I legitimately stare into my screen, into your soul.
I know, I make terrible puns, which is also why I decided to just have a character that didn't like puns, because I personally love puns. I adore puns. I think they're the best.
Are you enjoying our monkey time?
I was just like, what if I played a character who didn't buy into puns?
It would be very sad. I'm going to continue making puns. This is now like a thing. This is now a thing for Elise. She's gonna pun at Phaedra, but like make kawaii face. Just like, I can't think of it right now. I thought of sending you a meme. Me and Lindsay. Okay, well, really, me and Lindsay thought about it. We were just like, There's a part of me that is like, I feel like you will appreciate this meme. On the other hand, I'm just like, I don't want to be rude.
Well, now I gotta know.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram. And the only reason I even thought to is because you made a joke about it on Sunday. So I was just like, she should be fine, right? But I was still sitting there like, I need to preface this. I need to, because I think what also it was like timing, because it was like, oh no, like 3 a.m. when we were doom scrolling before going to bed.
All right, fellas, I am done eating my loin. That
hell yeah
sounded. I'm not gonna continue.
Is your loin okay?
It's fine. My loins are fine.
Hell yeah, brother.
Are we all here except for Kevin, who will not be here?
Yeah, he said he was gonna join and listen, but I
mean, yeah, but you know,
what's listening gonna do?
Somebody else can just insight check for him. One of us is really doing it.
What do? Yeah. You insight check? Oh my god.
We actually puppet him like a little puppet.
Every single time we want to
like a little puppet. Who are the things that are puppeted?
I was gonna say like a little Kermit, but I was like, Kermit, I was trying to decide what.
Like a Muppet?
Puppet to make a Muppet, yeah. I couldn't decide what puppet to use as a reference, so I just didn't.
No, yeah, I know. A lot of things happen in the span of like a half second, or not even that. We're trying to choose a word. Anyway, I think we're set to start then.
Yeah.
Probably. Possibly.
Yeah. Soldier's DNA. Born inside the beast. Expertise was not inside.
Right then, fellas. Let's begin. On our last session, it was a pretty short one. There was just some. Oh, there is our listener, our stalker.
Oh no, we don't have sick tunes.
In waiting.
Oh,
One has to just play their own music.
Well, if Kevin is listening, you know, he could as well.
You throw the bot in.
He can't speak, but can he DJ?
He could sing.
Maybe. Can he? I mean, doesn't he just turn the bottom? I mean, technically, I could just do it. I don't know how to do it though. How do you?
It turns the bottom?
No, I think that's from his phone. Computer. Sorry, it's like a.
I thought it was
Are we turning the bottoms? How many times am I supposed to turn?
No, it's like hosted on his computer, I believe. So he would have to be on the computer.
I thought it was a Discord thing.
No, this one is special.
That looks. That's why it doesn't ever glitch out.
Yeah. Also, that's why it's called Radio Demon instead of like anything lame.
I just assumed you could just change name. I didn't know all these things. I just assumed you could change the name of the bot if you wanted.
You can change.
It feels like you should. Huh.
Unless you hosted yourself, then it is all yours.
I guess I just had to turn on music for myself. That's the last thing I chose for him.
Techno.
If I have techno in the background, I'm gonna have to throw the knives.
Yeah, Laura, I find some lo-fi tavern.
I've been looking for the fucking ID to that song. I know the artist, I don't know the ID. I'm so tilted. You have tilted me into oblivion.
Sorry.
Well, that aside,
I'm mad as fuck, motherfuckers.
Seeth.
Sorry, I'm done. I'm actually seething, but I'm done.
Actually, you know what? Good.
No, fuck you. Fuck you.
Maybe you'll be able to respond to one of the messages at some point.
Dude, cunt. I'm so tilted. I've had the last few days 6 to 6. So gross.
No, when you told me, I was like, I'm heading home today, so I should be able to. I just went,
Dude, plot twist. I didn't go home. I wanted to end myself.
Yeah, it was just like, sure.
Even I believed I would go home for a while, but no.
Yeah,
that sucks. Back on D&D land.
Yes.
America.
On our last session was just a little bit of wrap up of the evening itself. Some consideration being made as to hows and whys of trying to lift the now known to probably be a curse over 3 of the party members. Some conversing, some light reading, following the evening getting to a close, and we stopped session before our little out of character chat when a courier dropped off a fancy looking letter to you all, presumably the invitation to the ball that is to occur in 2 days. And we're going to
grab the stack.
We're going to pick up right there and then. So?
Oh, thank you very much. I was just going to go grab it.
Sure thing.
His signature? Change? Tip. Here.
I think he got the signature already.
Then I'll just give him like a gold for a tip. Like, there you go, sure.
Wow. Okay. Whew. All right. You call me if you need anything.
I will. So wink. Go back inside.
Yep.
Always willing to get goodwill with 1 gold. I mean, you should as a D&D player. It costs us nothing. And it means we can get news whenever we want.
So, you have the letter.
I'll open the letter.
Okay. There is a very fancy looking card with this golden wavy frame like on the outer and edge of it, and inside, in very fancy handwriting, it is written, to Mr. and Mistresses Noah Westergaard, Iluna Shandora, Rala Sokmali, Lilia Elm, and Maisel von Windblume, you are hereby invited to the grand ball to be held on Sunday at the Maximoff Manor.
Hold up, who's Maximoff? That name sounds so familiar.
It's familiar because it's come up before.
He's a vampire.
He's the vampire. Okay.
I hope you believe me.
No, I know I think it's in my, like, what do you even call it? Like
Character
the notes.
dossier?
Yes, there you go. Like the notes
It's
I got
not.
initially. Oh,
Damn.
okay,
Shut
bitch.
down.
Yeah, shut down. My bad.
Yeah, before you go looking for it and find nothing, like I might as well expedite the process.
I'm just shocked that you knew it on hand so quickly. No. Incorrect.
Yeah, he said you a bitch.
I look at those dossiers from time to time still.
Isn't it so funny how mine has like nothing on it? I love being a foreigner. Mine is essentially just like, this is the land. And I'm just like, cool. I love it. It just means it just means I get to learn things about people. Anyway, Elena will read that aloud to everyone so they can hear. 2 days. It's not a lot of time.
I think you'd already started about getting us clothes made, right?
That I did. Though I might go over there to try to expedite the process. In general, I also wanted to buy a few things. Well, dear, what kind of clothes do you like?
The ones I have on?
Any sort of style, color, baggy, not baggy?
Keep in mind it is Pride Month.
I mean, just the stuff I have on. That's really all I got, so I like them though.
So we'll be going window shopping then?
I love the implication that you're not going to actually buy anything. You're just going to window shop, and that's it. You're going to look at clothes.
I don't know there's going to be much stopping Iluna once she gets going here.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean?
I just like dressing people up. Is that such a crime to want to see?
I didn't say it was a crime.
Good
we just got to know who we are.
Fair. I want to see my friends in good outfits.
And I know if we stop by a bakery with good-looking sweets in it, I'm going to buy some. I know who I am.
Oh, we can go to a bakery and you can go to the clothes store.
Relative, you do realize once we come back into this home, I'm still going to dress you up, correct? Aside from that, have you checked in with it's been a month.
Mr.
2 months.
Maximoff?
Mr. Yeah.
Miss
The
Tully.
madam of the orphanage.
So long since I've said her name.
Miss Tully.
Miss Tully.
Miss Tully.
Tully,
I was gonna just call her Tully, and I was like, it is not Tully for sure.
I was getting Penelope, and I understand where I got there from.
Yeah, but it's important to add the Miss Tully, not just Tully.
You were getting fucking what?
Penelope.
I am... Okay, I'm not going to say anything. Just
Cruz.
Penelope, there's L, Tully, ends in a E, Penelope Tully.
Ends in a Y.
No, it was just fucking spooky. I guess this doesn't matter. Because it's just a name, but Penelope is literally the name of one of the vampires, and I was like, I haven't said that yet.
I predicted the future.
Gaslight girl boss.
He's in your head. Fine, you two can go to a bakery. I can go see how the dresses and other clothes are coming along on my lonesome.
Yes.
You want to do that louder?
Sorry, something was just caught in my throat.
You should get something for that. Maybe I should pick you something up.
Mizell has a very valid point. We have 2 days to find outfits, but also time to investigate the sanatorium. We need to find out as much as we can about Marco in the next 6 days.
This would be a lot easier for my soul there. Stares in chat.
Stares in chat.
What am I supposed to? What am I do? Yeah, I could. Yeah, let's go to the sanatorium. Fight breaks out. All right,
And then do what?
Yeah, we're gonna immediately fight somebody. It's unfortunately them's the breaks.
You get turned away. All right. No. I mean, you and Mizell can stake it out first. I mean, we don't even necessarily have any cause to be there. Actually, give me a moment. Let me see if one of Marco's girlfriends are settling shop there. And I will use the mark with one of my droughts to divination if one of Marco's companions are have taken blah 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 blah. What is the word I'm looking for? Residence? Feels like the wrong word.
I know what you mean.
Less than control, more than more than residence.
Set up shop.
Set up shop. Yeah, that almost feels too casual, but I think it's exactly the one I'm looking for.
Remind me of how this works. Is it literally just the divination spell, or is there something different about it?
From what I remember, it is. Ow! Ow! Why did that hurt so? I cracked my wrist. It should just be the divination spell, but let me double check on it.
Yeah, just asking because I love to be like, hey, you can guess this spell, but it's slightly different.
Yeah, I know that's how that's how the mark usually works in general. With the drought, it's expanded to many things. God damn that brilliant evil bitch. Let's. Yeah, it just says to cast commune with nature or divination. It doesn't specify it changed anyway.
Divination is asking one question about a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
In 7 days.
Yes, so it's about
so
something
I'll
that's going
rephrase.
to happen.
Yeah, I'll rephrase is if we were to investigate the sanatorium, would we? Is it likely we would run into one of Marco's companions, lovers?
Good thing they're not ghosts, or they'd be his boo things.
Okay, I'm going to presume that your question is. I'm going to boil it down to sort of like us going to the sanatorium, essentially. You know?
Yeah.
What do we find there?
Yes.
The DM offers a truthful reply, which might be a short phrase or cryptic rhyme.
You feel like rhyming today?
I'm deciding if I feel like rhyming.
You know what's funny to me? If you do rhyme, that it means to me that on some level the live stream has whimsy, which is really funny.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like you're sort of getting just like the flux of magic, sort of.
Yeah, and the flux of magic is going bippity boppity boo.
I mean, it is
I have
essentially
some info for you.
like sort of like a river of souls source as well. So there are people in there that have whimsy.
It's true. Actually, like the you could change it any single time. Like one time I asked a question and like the answers vehemently do not go there, and I'm like, whoa, that was pretty harsh energy. What happened?
That was old George. He's intense. Man, I do not have the time to commit to a rhyme now. I guess it's just not.
You can do it. I believe in you.
It's just not gonna come to me naturally. It's not gonna be good.
You can do it, motherfucker.
We believe. We believe.
Pull some shit
We
out your
believe
ass.
you can do it.
You can do it.
I tilted my head like I was just like, I don't know if that's the phrase we wanted to go with, but go off, King.
Do some douching.
Douche like you've never douched before.
You can do shit.
You can do shit.
Yeah. Yes, honey. Honey. Okay, everybody sing for our DM. He will be able to do it. We just have to believe in him.
I was listening to Kingdom Hearts music today for some reason.
Sanctuary.
Oh my god. Yes. What awakens the poet in me is Kingdom Hearts music. I guess you get a pair of voices. Like the first phrase is spoken by one voice. Both of them still feel like a collective of voices, but one of them, the first feels like sort of like this adult, more grave voice, and the second a little bit younger and almost like childlike. It tells you, if you go into that fortress, be ready to face the heart of madness.
Luna does like a little spiritual clap.
Do it, clap.
She twerks just a little bit.
Thank you. I am never rhyming again.
That had nothing to do with your rhyming. That had everything to do with
I know. I'm just saying this took energy out of me. I was not built for this.
Okay. The heart of madness is what they said.
Yes.
Well, that's foreboding. They said, or the live stream informed me, the spirits, it's all very complicated. The point is, they told me to be prepared for the heart of madness. I
that's not good, is it?
imagine. Yeah. I imagine that might be something unique about one of his partners. Perhaps they have. Perhaps they love him to a insane extent. Not to say that Priscilla was right in the head, but At the very least, she seemed coherent. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So, if you all want to walk into the sanatorium, we could do just that.
You mean
I'll
like
take that lack of raise of hands.
right now?
Well, we could stake it out, of course. Maybe have some people sneak in. I imagine it won't be very easy to just walk into the sanatorium.
What should we be on the lookout for? More vampires?
At this point, we should just be looking for places where his lovers have holed up.
How many do you think are there?
He told us how many there were, didn't he?
Specific number?
I think it
don't
was,
think he
counting
mentioned-
Priscilla, there was 4 total, right?
No, he didn't say the number. He said there were multiple. He mentioned that
Yeah.
Priscilla was not the easiest, the weakest, nor was she the strongest. That's basically the
Yeah.
extent of the information he gave.
I think it's 3.
I don't know why I thought of a number. For some reason, there's one in my head, but I can't figure out where it's coming from. Maybe I shouldn't have one.
So if I'm right, there's 2 left.
It's assuming a lot, but at the very least, we know something's going on underneath the church, and it seems like there is something equally foreboding in the sanatorium. So that's 2.
I still also
And
think
thinking
something.
go ahead.
Oh, I think something may also be happening over towards the orphanage. A bunch of the kids there were saying something about seeing those faces outside the windows.
Huh.
Yes.
Those faces, huh? Wonder what those are all about. And I glance at Rala.
Well, we did confirm there are ghosts around the area.
Were you, like, out of character, were you able to see these? I don't recall.
No.
Yeah. I
You
was
were.
with the see invisibility, yeah.
Right.
I don't know if it's the ones that Raw is talking in particular, but I did see a ghost like that was right next to the orphanage. It may or may not be related.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we questioned the kid, he was telling us about a bunch of kids were seeing scary things outside the windows.
Yeah.
Could have been their reflection in the mirror, in the window.
Hey, roasted them. You teach those
Roasted the
orphans who's
kids.
boss.
Yep. Never play house music in an orphanage.
Damn. No, it'd be more awful to play home music because that's what Laura would never have. Wow, we're going to hell in a fucking expedited shipping.
Sorry, Rala.
Luna is staring an orphan.
So, sanatorium? What time is it? I look at my time. At my watch, at my time. Lol.
Did you even read a watch?
He has 10 seconds left.
Yes, I can. I have 10 seconds. It's a countdown. Shit.
It would be around like 10.
Okay. Is it weird to go to the sanatorium in the middle of the day? Or like
I
early
imagine
morning
it's weird
breakfast?
to go if you are. I imagine it's weird to go in general unless you're admitting someone or yourself.
Do we know anyone in there? Are you okay?
Just a little bit of a cold. I get the jitters whenever I use the mark like this.
I'm mixing up your characters. Does she smoke, or is that just Clue?
That was no, just Clue smokes.
Okay.
The adult
Wow,
character
it's
doesn't smoke, no.
Just a kid.
Only the child.
arguably less effective on Luna too. She has all these natural resistances to the elements.
It's just
Probably
for the
does
vibes.
nothing to her.
It's just for the vibes.
Yeah.
She'll look a little extra sexy. Do we know anybody that's inside the sanatorium? By name? That's been admitted?
We know a drunk who has a friend, I think.
Who's in there?
It was one of the people from the group from the meetings that we have with like the people that aren't affected. Like there was a drunk,
Mhm.
right? And did he have a friend that went, or did he just know someone that did? DACA.
He mentioned having friends, plural. That
That
might
have
have
been
never got out.
okay. Maybe
Okay,
it would
so
be
maybe
easier
we.
if we have a name and we can say we're there to visit them.
That should work pretty well. All right.
And well, if we're all going, do you think it's not perhaps a little suspicious for headcount 5 of us to stroll into the sanatorium?
I don't think I should go in. I think I'm a little bit too much of a occupational hazard for any delicate work at the moment.
Just don't shake anyone's hand.
Or touch any doorknobs, or open any doors, or hold anything.
Maybe you stay outside alongside Maizel. He's a little quiet today. Maybe he needs a break.
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. But I can always, I don't know, if you leave the, like one of your earring things with me, if you need me to come in and be some muscle, I can always do that.
Oh, definitely. I'll leave one of these with you. And at that point, the one that Luki has is going to disappear, and I'm just going to pull another earring from my ear, and it seems to kind of slide through the snow that is my ear, and I'll just hold it out to you.
Always weird watching you do that. Okay.
I'll turn away next time, or you turn away.
It's just,
One or the other.
it looks like it should stretch and it doesn't, and it's kind of strange. So could you
You know, yeah.
put gauges in your ears?
What is that?
There's something that are sometimes done for like a larger piercings.
Luna
Okay.
fishes out some gauges out of her bag.
So you put those inside the ear?
Yeah, you just slowly stretch it, and Skid stretches, and she'll like pull on her own earlobe.
Oh, on the
So
lobe,
seeing
not
it
inside the ear.
Yeah, no, it could go it's like an earring. You don't
I don't know
mix
if
the
I like
earring.
that.
But yeah, I wonder if it would even be possible for you, but
I feel as though it looks a little bit
imagine-
too rebellious. Like, the message I'm sending is I'm ready to fight against, I don't know, the police.
I mean, we
are
already
you
fight
trying to
against
look
the
like
police.
you want to fight the police?
I look like a gentleman who
No, I'm
cannot
asking
read.
if that's what you want to, though.
No.
Okay. I mean, you could maybe get away with like a respectful nose ring.
I'm honestly not certain how my body works in that regard. I know the eyes stuck, but other than that. Also, this hair isn't real takes off wig. Can you imagine?
Bald!
It's just an egg. The top is open and you just see some snow.
Oh my! It's like a snow globe in there.
It's
you can
a
shake it
snow
up and
globe.
watch it float around.
Yeah.
Is that just your 3 brain cells, like a snow globe?
That would be so good.
Who am I kidding? We share a single one.
I'm mad at myself for not doing that. Ah,
think theoretically I could do that.
DM, I'm editing something in my character sheet. I'll let you know later what it is. So, three of us. Well, are we? I whispered to Luna. Are we taking a kid with us into the sanatorium?
Hey, Noah. Do we know the name of the person in the sanatorium yet?
No, but we'll find out soon.
Yes. We have to go find that drunk somewhere. So let's do one thing at a time. We'll forget who goes where and who does what after that. If we can't find him today, then well, the day's a wash.
I remember the drunk, right?
You do, yeah.
Yeah. I'm closing my eyes. Left pointer finger to my forehead, and I'm going to do ascending towards that person. Good morning. It's 10 a.m. Hope you're not drunk. What's the name of your friend inside the sanatorium? By the way, it's me.
Can't hear that, right?
I'm probably... Yes, I have to whisper that, right? Yeah, then yes.
Sending, I think you just telepathically, like you don't have to say the words. Message you
It
do.
has a verbal, somatic, and the M thingy. So I assume I would have to whisper it? I don't know. It doesn't actually say, which is quite funny.
I think that's the point. You can do what you want. I don't think you have to, but you also can.
I'm whispering it. This is a decision I'm making now for this one.
Okay.
Did you just try to wake up a drunk at 10?
Should I send the message louder?
Probably would have been more useful, yes, but you have a lot to learn.
I don't drink, so I don't know how this works.
You have eyes and you're observant. You're smart, so you should know that alcohol.
But does this mean you're out of commission until late in the day?
What do you mean?
Well,
Like
if you
alcoholics?
drink, yes.
Or me? Oh.
No, not you. You're not an Pause.
Well,
I pause as I say, you're not an you're not, right?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. But, well, yes. You're seeing why it can be a very unhealthy lifestyle.
Okay, so I guess we'll have to find him.
Yes. We could... really don't want to spend my energy thinking about who to ask to find a drunk.
I mean, if we go to that the nice inn lady, I bet she knows, or well, there may be some drunks there.
Or would Rala recollect maybe where she found him, I don't know, sleeping in the gutters?
Yeah, he usually hangs out around the frosty ends.
While I was in the gutters, I saw.
I mean,
why are you there?
He's hard to miss because he's only got the full fingers.
True.
He's still a big city, Rala.
Well, what else am I gonna do?
Or where do you usually find him? Or have you seen him?
I mean, he's not. The last time I remember seeing him, he was not too far from the orphanage. He's like asleep in a garbage can.
Oscar it is then. Alright, good enough for me. let's go try to find a drunk. I guess we'll head, and you can check in with Miss Tully while we're there. We'll head to the orphanage.
Right. Is everyone going to head to the orphanage and then talk to the guy and potentially get a name or information about people who are in the sanatorium?
How much do you guys need me there?
I mean, if we're not having to go like in a place, I think I can probably try and talk to him.
Mm-hmm. Without my other adult, I suddenly realized that I am the primary adult here.
Mother.
Yeah, I forgot I have the mother today. Luna will come along. Well, I guess we're all going.
Okay, so everyone is going on the same trip.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll be spending the next stretch of time heading to the orphanage, then doing your regular checkup with Miss Tully, and then searching for and potentially talking to Mr. Victor. I think his name was Victor. Yes, Victor. For those purposes, anyone of the group can roll an investigation check using charisma.
You
Using
had me the first
charisma.
half, not gonna lie.
Goodness, I don't have to do math.
I'm not
Okay, so
rolling that one,
proficiency is what
respectfully.
right now? What is it now? 4?
You can
Four.
when you I think it's
4.
control click for investigation, or maybe shift. Yeah, if you shift click, you can tell it to use a different stat.
Shift click. Ah.
Oh.
Is this with advantage or regular?
You can tell it the roll different.
Is
Oh.
this an advantage or regular?
You're in a group. Mm-hmm. Does anyone in
I
the
also
group
have a
have...
child that's familiar with the orphanage area.
Okay, that's good enough. You can have advantage.
Hey. Hey, that was pretty good.
Okay, that is already the full result, right?
Yes,
is.
that is already with advantage.
Okay. With a little bit of asking around, going to spots where you knew he usually frequents, and being adequately nice and respectful to other impoverished fellows in the area, you do eventually find Mr. Victor Nahuitl. If I recall correctly, because I don't have his file on me right now, he's an iguana type recluse or something like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He is awake, though it doesn't seem by a long stretch of time, in an alleyway. Doesn't seem terribly drunk right now. There are a couple bottles here and there, but he was just sort of like munching on a piece of bread and talking to a fellow destitute guy. As you guys approach, he kind of like eyes the guy and goes like, "Oh, I'll deal with this. You can go on ahead." And the other man just leaves.
Good evening.
It's noon.
Oh, I guess Alright, sorry. Been working too much, losing track of time. You mentioned that you had friends that were taken to the sanatorium?
Sure do, or did, if they're not around anymore.
Well, if they're still there, then we want to check in on them to investigate some leads. And we didn't want to go in asking at random, of course. So we have some names of people that have probably most recently been checked in there. It would be useful to us.
We're gonna look into that thing? Well, I mean, okay.
If it makes you feel better, we've taken care of, let's say, another recent disturbance around the graveyards already.
Oh, for real? Nice.
For real. Now it's
Alright,
just a matter of tracking down our leads.
let me see, last people who got taken in there. Pretty sure Charlie wound up there.
Charlie.
Yeah. Was a
Charlie who?
I don't fucking know his last name. It's just Charlie. You know, this lanky fellow.
I thought you guys were friends.
Yes, but he's
Do you
also a man,
Do you know
and
the
often don't know
last
the
name
last
of?
name of his friends.
Yeah, do you know the last name of everyone you know?
I tried to.
You're
Oh,
asking
good
the
for you.
wrong person. That question.
Hey, don't ask me shit like that. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, that was Nico taking over for a moment.
But yeah, it's Charlie, this kind of lanky fellow. I do admit he kind of rambled a bit and maybe lost a bit of his marbles after his business went down. But solid guy, bald, green eyes, slightly pointy ears.
Like Sister Catherine. Oh, I know. I forgot. Sister Catherine is based off her, and she does not have pointy ears.
Yeah,
Like elf pointy or half elf pointy.
oh, well, yeah, probably some kind of mixed baggage in there, but mostly Huron-like fellow.
All right. Bald yarn, Charlie. And when was he taken in again?
I think it's been a few months now, like 7, 8. I mean, I assume he's there. Just you know, stop seeing him around, and war gets by. People saw him
How long are
get
people in
brought.
there usually for?
Sorry,
That was
what?
nothing. How long are people usually in there for?
Uh, you know, originally they were supposed to stay for like different amounts of time depending on what they had. Some people stayed for a few days, others for a few months. Always been the case that some people don't come back, but just since a few years ago, that's just the case for everyone.
Hmm. And I'm assuming you don't know if they have a sort of visitor policy, family, friends allowed.
I mean, I think they don't. Never tried, but
You never visited Charlie?
have you looked at me? If I get close there, they just toss me out.
Why don't you
He
take
has
care of yourself a little more?
Because I don't have money.
taking a mental note on victim mentality.
I have nothing to add to that.
Anyway,
All right.
last year this woman to Hilda, I think, something like that. She also,
Sorry, what was that again?
I think her name was Hilda or something like that. She also got dragged in that. Saw myself. Guards just escorted her over there.
Hmm. All right. That should be enough names. We'll look into it. Fuck. Shit. Got like a grain of rice. Like 1 grain of rice.
Rice is all powerful.
Well, hope you guys find him.
Do you want us to send a message from him to you? Wait. From you to him?
I mean,
I'll let him know you'll be coming by to see him soon.
yeah, I don't really have a message for them. I just hope they're doing all right and they can get out,
Well, if there is something nefarious going on and we find it, we'll say that you sent us. How's that?
I mean, that's fine, I guess.
They should at least know who thought of them.
Fuck all's that done for them. Kind of like grabs a bottle, takes a swig.
I think Lila lightly pokes his chest. Sometimes that's enough. Just thinking of them. If you end up saving them, well, because you thought of them. Not everyone's going to be the one to go out on a limb.
Well, good luck to you guys and all that then.
All right. Take care of yourself.
Sure will.
This isn't really Elena's bag. Do I think if I gave him a gold, he'd just spend it on alcohol?
Hard to say.
Yeah.
Inside check.
I will leave him as I found him.
Myzel, do you think he will spend this gold on?
I will leave. No.
Myzel knows.
Okay.
So
Well, now
you
we
guys
have
are
the info.
doing what?
Do we want to head to the sanatorium and try to
I think
ask for
so.
visitation rights?
I think so.
All right. Just like map wise, on the way there, what do we cross?
Let me get the city map.
I guess technically almost everything damn near.
You're gonna cross mostly like the southern part of city.
Southern part of the city.
Yeah, because you guys would be on the frosty end, so kind of like making this route, trajectory, if you will.
Okay.
Okay.
What's in a Mason's market? Mason stuff? I don't know Mason.
It's a market. The name is Mason's Market, but it's not just a masonry quarter.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, it's just a
I was
name.
Yeah, I was too into the masonry part. I was like, wait, is this market specifically for masonry?
Nah,
And who's
it's a
Mason?
general market. It's a little lower, less prestigious than the commercial district. The commercial district is where like quality goods are, and Mason's Market is more like if you're a local and you're shopping local, this is where you go. Commercial district is more like, oh, you're either rich or you're a tourist.
Okay, gotcha. All right, then. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to do on the way there. So let's just head straight to the asylum and see if we can't. I mean, I guess this is more just like a stakeout more than anything. Seeing how up to snuff. How we're gonna see how sketchy this place is.
Okay.
I think.
You kind of like cross the city, and then it takes a little bit of time to fully cross the city. I'm trying to find the art that I picked for this thing. I didn't put it on Foundry yet, which will prove to be fatal.
I was trying to make a Foundry, like a found joke, but like I could not figure out for the life of me how to pun it. Maybe if it was a tree. Next time you need to find a tree.
Found tree.
Found family, found tree.
Oh, here it is.
And we are playing on
Okay,
Foundry.
There are not as many floors as on the picture, but I'm just gonna post a picture on Discord for like reference. So
Doesn't look sketchy at all.
Yeah. The sanatorium is this. It's 2 stories tall, but the floors are quite tall. So it's a little bit shorter than the one in the picture, but far fewer floors in height. You don't know how many underground levels it may have. It's a very wide-spanning construction with high walls, like spiked fences all around it. It has this very gothic style, like all in grays, and all of the windows that you can see are either walled in or sealed shut, from what you can tell. There are no. As you get there, it's already sort of like early, noonish, early afternoon. I'm assuming you guys would have had to stop and have lunch on the way there or something like that. But even though it's day outside, doesn't seem to be any sort of openings there. And at the very front of it, there is this wide entrance gate, somewhat reminiscent of the graveyard's entrance gate, but a little less. It seems a bit abandoned, but less decadent. It's in a better position, and it is also more elegantly built. And outside of this gate, the gate is closed, obviously, and there doesn't seem to be like people stationed, but there does seem to be like a guard that's patrolling the area, kind of like lightly, just doing rounds of sorts. As you guys arrive, he is kind of like walking the perimeter, idly by.
This looks a lot less like a hospital and a lot more like a prison.
I sort of
Luna
thought that's
kinda says-
mostly what sanatoriums are. An excuse to lock the crazies away.
I don't even think it's just crazy people.
Theoretically, it should be for people with chronic illness, but somehow I really doubt it.
I think we'll have to be really careful about how we present ourselves at the door.
Well, one thing we can do. Let's see if we can find the people we're looking for. Or if we're going to get turned away at the gate. And I guess we'll try to find an entrance to the place.
Are you trying to find an entrance that is this like not the main entrance, or
The main entrance. I don't think we're trying to go through a back door. That seems like a good way to get a.
Get
You!
locked up here.
Yeah, like, what are you doing here?
Imagine we end up locked up.
I mean, they'd really have to fight us.
well, the gate is closed shut, the main entrance gate.
Wait for a guard to come around, I guess.
Okay, after a few moments, the guard that was patrolling walks over to you guys with a bit of a confused expression. Hello? Can I
Hello.
help you with something?
We're wondering if we're allowed to check in on people we might be friends with that got checked into the sanatorium.
Oh. Uh, you guys have relatives were locked in or something?
Friends of ours.
Well, I hear the place isn't taking
Is it a
visitors.
family only? Is it a family only policy?
Oh, usually only the family cares about visiting anyway, but seems like they've got some contagious stuff in there, not taking visitors.
Can I make an Arcana check and to tell us is this like the general? Because every single time we want to go somewhere, it's always like, oh, you can't do that. That's it's closed.
Yeah, it seems to be a
in this case,
theme.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you can't go into the forge. It's closed. It's like, oh, you can't go to it's closed. Can I at this point can I just make an Arcana check to tell is there some off, or is this does this feel a little bit more legit of just oh, they might have some contagious in there?
I mean, you can make an
That'd be
insight
insight
check
check.
on the guard.
I don't wanna. I want my Zell to, because he would.
Don't worry, he's listening.
Rolling from the beyond.
You see this guard, kind of raise his eyebrow as if he's trying to remember, oh yeah, they got some sort of contagious thing going on or whatever. He doesn't seem too concerned about it. Kind of says that in a very well, it is what it is. Doesn't seem to care much about this place or the people that are in it.
Well, if it's not against the rules, I would insist. I'm quite resilient.
But I told you it's closed for visiting. It's not a recommendation, it's a rule.
Well, I'm saying, are you saying it's closed indefinitely for visitation, or
I mean, it's closed right now. I don't know. I guess you could say it's indefinitely. I don't really know when they're gonna open it up or something.
I kind of turn to Luna. Does that mean I can't see my brother? And like I'll tear up a little bit.
you honestly wouldn't even let family see any visitors?
I haven't seen him in so long, dear guard. Dear guard.
Make it.
I meant to say Mr. Guard, but I don't know what's worse now that I've said it out loud.
Make a deception check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage? I'm crying, motherfucker.
We'll see about that.
You don't need to give me any disadvantage. I am my own disadvantage.
I figure as much, but I feel like
Wow.
Do you insist on the disadvantage?
Rala will like the flash of genius, and she'll like start crying too about you. Oh, I want to see Uncle Charlie. I haven't seen Uncle Charlie in years.
There
okay.
we go.
Okay.
Now the child is crying.
Just listen. There's no need for all this.
But we really miss him.
Listen, I was trying to be very quiet about this, but they get very emotional, as you can see. And listen, I don't want to cause a scene. Just a quick look to see how they're doing, and we'll be on our way. Or at least a meeting with someone that could probably help us. Please.
Right. Look, if you keep on the hush hush about it, maybe I can bring one of you in for just a little bit of a moment. We check the status of this Charlie fellow, and then we're out. That's all I can do.
All right. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Guard. You're the best.
I know you said one, but you see, and Luna's petting Rala's head as she's crying. It's like, maybe just, let the child see. And I don't really want her to walk into the sanitarium alone. Person and a half?
I mean, I really don't want to put a kid in there. Like, what if she gets sick? Immune systems and whatnot. It could.
Oh, you're right. Rala, dear, are you okay if I'll look and then I can tell you if Uncle Charlie's okay? Will that be all right? And Luna's like kneeling down, looking at Rala, and like Rala can tell, like, in Luna's face, like Luna can almost not take this situation seriously. Like, she's turned away from the guy and looking at Rala, just like she's like nodding her head, but like Rala can tell in her face, she's just like this.
Can you please tell Uncle Charlie that he also has to finish reading this book to us? He needs to come home soon.
I'll do whatever I can. This good
Thank you,
guard
Mom.
here is helping us with.
Lilia would
Let me just.
take this moment and pull Myzel to the side. The ghost of Myzel passed.
The ghost of myself passed is so
Do you
good.
think you could follow Iluna, invisibly behind just to be there for backup in case she needs help?
I was actually. You got lucky, Western Guard.
Yes, I did.
Right. So, who's the one coming with me? It's the Miss, right?
Yes, Mom's going.
She looks a bit young to be your mother.
Thank
Things
you.
happen.
Mm.
We took two
Yeah,
different
sometimes
turns there.
Luna's looking at Noah. It's like Luna's looking at Noah with like such a crooked smile. Like, yep. Sometimes mistakes happen.
I think Uncle Charlie being in there is also a mistake.
Now, let's not get out of hand. Let Mommy and Luna go in there and check up on Uncle Charlie.
I'll see you when you're back.
We'll just wait here.
Hmm?
We'll wait right here, like good kids. As they hopefully soon leave, I will just turn to Rala and fist bump her.
Hopefully soon leave.
Yeah, I don't want to keep talking about this, but I will turn to Rala, fist bump her, and be like, "We did good."
Except you said he was your brother at first? Oh, it was a little weird, but good job.
Did I say brother?
Yeah.
I'm being
Start off
so
brother.
lenient with you guys. So lenient.
I at that point just didn't want to say anything and make the story end more confusing, so I was just kind of letting everything go. I was getting lost on if they were brother, cousin, or uncle, so I was just going to let it go.
Yeah. Well,
I'm trying to honestly figure out what that would even mean. If I'm your mom and he's your uncle, that means
Brother.
he's my brother?
then
Okay.
who was Dor?
Yeah.
Then who was Dor? Who was Dor indeed?
Who was Dor? Oh man, that was
That was
the last time we
ages
made that
ago.
joke.
So
2
good.
years ago.
At least
That's
2
when we made
years.
that joke. 2 years. Dear Lord.
So Mizell is invisibly trying to follow Luna with the guard, which leaves Noah, Lilia, and Rala outside unsupervised.
Yep.
Cool.
It'll be
All right, now that they're
fine.
gone, let's fuck shit up.
All right, so what window are we breaking into?
You just touch anything.
I mean, yeah. Just point me in a direction. I'm like a bull in a china shop.
No, we should really behave, huh?
Yeah, probably. Bring
Right.
that book I was reading.
I always
You were
had it
reading?
with me.
We were reading?
We were reading. That was a team effort.
And I guess we can do that.
All right.
Unironically, one of the cutest things that you guys do.
I'm waiting for art to be made of it.
Yes.
I'll get on it.
It's probably quite hard. Like, it's a very specific set of circumstances.
I did have one. I did make a thing for Idol of Rala, sleeping in the library, and Noah about to hit her with a rolled up newspaper. This takes
Okay.
a minute.
So the guard, upon clearing things about who was coming with, will open the. He takes like a sort of this big set of keys that he has, fumbles around looking for the right one for a moment, and unlocks the gate to the sanatorium. It opens with a very rusty, like. Right after you guys go in, he locks it back again, like closes it, and locks it, tucks away the key. Well, doesn't tuck away the key because he's gonna need it like in 2 seconds. And he walks with you. Like there's a little bit of a courtyard. It looks to not have been taken care of. Like it's a bit overgrown. The slight courtyard that is outside of the sanatorium itself. There's a stone path leading up to it, and a little bit of the vegetation has already grown over the stone path itself. Not a lot, but some. You walk with him towards the front door of the sanatorium, which is also closed at this point. And he sort of like knocks. Like, excuse me. We got a visitor. Wait a couple of seconds. No response. Oh.
That's strange.
Rather.
Hope everyone in there is okay.
He knocks again. Well, no, a bit worried. He grabs the door handle and tries to open it. Seems to be closed. Oh. Well, seems like they take quarantining very seriously.
You should probably make sure at least that if they're okay.
Yeah. I should have some keys here somewhere. But what a weird thing going on. He produces the keys again and looks around. Maybe this one. Oh, no, this one. Yes. He inserts the key, turns it, and opens. Oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze.
Oh, I thought he was gonna sneeze for a second.
Damn. I didn't sneeze.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This sucks. He lost track of thought in the middle of my sneeze that didn't even happen. He opens the door. That's what I'm gonna say. He opens the door, and he doesn't open it wide, like it's this big, hefty oak door. He opens it, and you see inside what seems to be a reception sort of area. There is a counter to the right and a few chairs for people to sit and waiting, presumably on the left, as well as a coat rack. But nobody inside. The floor is this dark, pretty dark wood, and the interior, as you peer into it, there are no lights on either. The whole place seems abandoned, even like the chairs are slightly broken and one of them is tossed to the side. Some of the furniture that is on the reception desk seems to have been similarly tossed in. The reception there's like a door to the right that is closed. Outside of this door, it seems to just lead further into sort of like entrance hall of sorts after an archway, but it has a metal. It's not a grate. It's like cell bars, like a cell door that leads to this entrance hall area. It's also a little bent, but immediately upon looking in, you feel uneasy about it. Like it seems like there's something wrong. Not just because of the clear signs of something having happened physically, but just a general feeling in the air. the guard that is taking you in, like he looks at it and goes like, "Oh, wow, what is all this?" And he takes a step into the reception.
As he walks in reception and he's shocked, I think just right outside the door, really quick, I think Luna's gonna cast Detect Magic just so I can sense, is he affected, or does this seem, is he, because I need to know whether or not he's like a guard that is like just been doing his job and has not been affected, and he's just like, what the fuck?
I mean, he seems to be affected by the general
The general thing. Okay.
the general enchantment over everyone in the city. But as you cast Detect Magic and look at him, you also see that there is a sort of boundary on that wall of the sanatorium that the guard has just stepped through. It has a sort of dense ether over the air itself there that begins like sort of like at the outer wall of the sanatorium. And the guard has just sort of like stepped in and is taking a look at the reception, like, oh, what's happened here? Oh.
Follow behind him.
Do you enter?
Yeah. Mazel, what are you doing? Because if we're going, we're going. But I gotta know. Go typey. Come typey at me.
Gotta wait on the typies.
I can't help myself. And in response, you'll hear Luna say, well, at least make sure to pinch my butt then. And then she'll step inside.
All right. As you step inside, the area that you were sort of seeing as just like dimly lit and slightly broken, but otherwise normal, it seems to shift somewhat, and you see splatters on the blood, on the walls. Some seem to be blood indeed, but others seem to be like an unknown black substance over the walls and around some of the furniture and over the doorknob to the of the door that is to your left, and there is some like dripping from that cell door that is slightly bent. And I also need you to make a will saving throw.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Am I gonna stab my leg? Probably. You know what? I'm just gonna indomitable this one. So what does that do?
Lag for a bit. 13.
I don't think that's the one that I use though. I think mine's different. What does Darkest Fighter do? I think it adds my level, right?
I think Indomitable just adds your level, yes. That's what Indomitable does normally, and I don't think I changed it.
9, so 10 plus 9.
10 plus 9 says 19. Okay. You walk in and you feel, for a moment, you feel a little weird, but nothing quite happens to you. And meanwhile, the guard that is looking all over the room, he kind of goes like, oh, no, I need to check all of this. Yeah. And he begins moving far more frantically through the room. There's a certain, like, he goes and touches the desk, trying to examine objects and everything, and whenever he's picking something up, like his foot is sort of like pacing, like the kicking the ground, and he's got like this. It's kind of like scratching his finger while he looks at it with another one, and he quickly drops the first object that he was inspecting and goes to grab another, and goes, "Oh, you wait right there. I gotta investigate this. So much to do."
What does the aether around him feel like now? Because the tech's still going off.
All of the area around here seems to be affected by a strange sort of ethereal influence. Make a religion check.
Religion. Don't you know I'm a religious girl?
Okay. This is something that you had never come across personally before, and you begin, and since you don't recognize it, you try to remember, like cross-reference it with other things that you have studied before in your life. And the way that this feels to you, it makes you sort of like dizzy almost, kind of as if you're staring at the aether, and your vision itself is like going topsy-turvy a little bit and then shifting back, and sometimes it feels like you're seeing things that are not quite there. This is what they call ether of foreign stars. It is ether that is provoked by the interference of like outer entities that are not from the planet.
Ugh. We're at the Nico room. This is Nico's section. Ugh. Huh.
Meanwhile, as you're assessing this, the guard is already frantically moving towards that cell and is opening it. Like, I'm gonna find someone. I gotta find someone and get to the bottom of this. And then he goes. Just the cell door takes a little bit of effort, but he pushes it open and heads in.
I will look and see if there's anyone in that cell he just opened.
It wasn't a cell. It was like a cell-like door leading to a sort of like entrance hall area. He just kind of like vanishes in it. You can't see very far into it. The area seems to get like it's shrouded in this sort of like eerie, not entirely natural darkness. What's your passive perception?
Actually pretty high now. 21.
Okay. You hear a little bit in the distance. Not in the same distance that the guard went in, like sort of like through some of the walls. Very heavy, like thuds. And some other very, very low sounds, kind of like moans or whimpers.
How far away is the rest of the group?
Should be around like 10 meters away from where you are, so like 30 feet. And as you look toward them, The exit feels like it's very far from you. And the longer you stay, the longer the farther it seems to be extending away from your reach.
I'll cast message since I know the general direction of where they are to Noah and say, either from another world interfering with this place, dangerous, getting farther away, and man, it's kind of rough because usually I have my partner in crime with me here. I'll cast light, just to see if it interferes with that darkness at all.
Doesn't seem to do much. And as you stare further into that darkness, you swear you see something moving in there.
Sort of grab one of her knives and look not directly at the darkness anymore. She'll look down at the ground and just sort of rely on her other senses for the moment. Someone there?
No response.
Do I have a moment to respond here?
Yeah.
I'll respond almost immediately and I'll say, "Where are you? Send me another message. Shoot something up at the sky. Somehow tell me where you are."
I'll just casually flick my blade behind me out the door. And I think Luna will just sort of like keep her head down, sort of walking slowly forward and send Noah a message. It feels like the longer we're in here, the farther away we get. There's something weird and alien inside here.
Do I see where that knife hits the door? Or is it like too far inside?
From where you are, make a perception check.
I'm good at these guys.
Also, are you walking further into the sanatorium or trying to walk out of it?
That's
a
for Luna,
wonderful
right?
question.
Yes.
Did you see that? Did you
Wow.
see my die? It almost stopped on the 20
Okay.
and then it rolled over.
Based on my Zell saying he could get us out, I think Luna will slowly walk forward.
Okay. Is Myzel in as well, or is he staying out?
He's behind me, apparently.
I thought he was staying behind you, but outside. But now he's staying right behind her, so I'm assuming he's in as well.
I assumed we were already inside. That's what I thought.
The guard had opened the door, and then you walked in with him. I thought Myzel was staying out. You can't have a hand on her shoulder if she went in. Either you're outside looking at her, or you're inside touching her.
I think the question is, do you want to go inside or do you think we should back off? And you
Yeah.
have to let Elena know with your hand at the moment. You can go with me. You just have to decide whether or not you want to go deeper or not.
Yeah. I'm just asking if you're committing to going in or not. Okay, then you also need to make a will saving throw.
I think he did earlier. I think that's also why he was confused.
Charisma ability check.
Yeah, he
Okay.
did it was a 17, yeah.
I get confused when people roll things that I didn't ask them to roll. Like, I'm like, what
I
is
think
that roll?
when he said behind me, I think he assumed he was coming in with me. That's why I think he was confused.
Okay.
And he can't really
see how the confusion.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he can verify like how close he was. Because in my head, I think he meant like I'm glued to her. I'm glued to Luna, wherever we are.
Yeah, I see, I understand. But anyway, okay, so Maisel is also in. What are you guys doing there?
Walk in, try to find where this guard is freaking out towards, I guess.
Okay, so you continue heading in the direction of the cell door that the guard walked through.
Against my better judgment.
All right. As you walk further in, again, the exit seems to, for every step that you take, the exit seems to be 3 steps further away from you. And this place seems to be almost like it's sucking you in somehow. The heavy thuds like poof, poof, that you were hearing get a little bit more distant at this point. And you step through the cell door where the guard had just vanished into and see a wider sort of entrance hall like area. It's like this square shaped room. To the side there are some clothing hooks with some of those doctors' cloaks, you know, like a couple of them are hung there. One of them is splattered with blood and slightly torn open. The other one is relatively clean, and the other hooks are just empty. There are several chairs, a few desks with some medical examination apparel on them, as well as 2 doors once again to the right. And to the left, there seems to be a more circular sort of wall, like occupying the space. But you also see, again, splatters of blood on the floor and this weird black substance on the walls. And no sign of the guard for now. Just tossed furniture at most places.
I'll cast the invisibility. Also, as a side note, I'm listening to Amnesia's Dark Descent soundtrack, creeping myself out. Do I see anything with the invisibility? Or is it just creepiness?
Make an intelligence ability check. Okay.
I don't have proficiency. So.
As you cast the invisibility, you don't necessarily pick up invisible things in the normal sense, but when you look at certain pieces of the walls, there seem to be little holes on the walls, like just pitch black holes. Some of them look to be spiraling inwards. On other parts of the walls, you swear you can see some almost vein-like things or tendrils of some sort just spread over, and then when you blink, they're not even there. Make another will save.
I want to be in there so bad. Let me in!
And just in case, I think Luna's jamming a knife into her hand. I think actually Luna's sort of like walking with it, sort of just digging into her palm because something feels off and wrong.
Okay. You do feel like your mind is beginning to falter for a moment, and then you rely on this sort of like physical shock to jolt it back to reality. But it's fine. You're fine.
I'm
This
gonna
entrance
keep.
hall has another door to the far end of it. It seems to you, looking at this right now, like this is a sort of not a tri-edge area necessarily, but like there's a reception desk, and then this place is where they sort of get people who are interned here, like ready for internment. There are spare clothes and little booths for people to change in. And then at the end of it, there is like this hefty door.
I think, especially now that I can see my Zell, I think Luna's gonna hold his hand, just sort of cautiously.
Mm-hmm.
And head deeper into that area.
Okay. As they go deeper, the ones that are outside, you see the sanatorium door shut.
Well, I think that's our cue. Rella, Noah.
The time has come. Rala, are you ready?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Lilia?
I mean, I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Through the front door?
I don't know that I'm very good with haunted houses.
I'm sure this isn't haunted. I'm certain there's a very reasonable explanation for all this. Through the front door, then?
For a reason.
Yeah.
All right. Crack it open.
I would like to open the door. I would like the door to stop impeding my way into this building, actually.
Okay, yes. You would like to permanently open the door, yes.
Roll invitation.
Roll imitation. I stand very still. I hold out my hand to look like a knob.
Make an athletics check against this poor object.
Okay.
Hold on, we'll get to you. I shift the camera for 1 second, and the guy wants me to answer every question.
Tag him again.
I had thought about trying to make up passages for the book to put in chat, but I was too I was paying too much attention to what was happening.
Okay, 23 is plenty. You ram your fist into the door, and it indeed, it's not like it's completely blown away, but you can tell that the hinges are clearly broken, and it just like swings open. And meanwhile, for the crew that was in, yes, you do hear the door shut behind you, but again, it feels very distant from you at this point. Very distant. As you guys were opening the door and heading to this sort of like corridor area. And now, I will call for a little bit of a pause because I need to get the map itself on Foundry. It was not on Foundry yet. And I need to set up a fog of war on it so you can export it gradually. So
good time to
What
go
did
piss.
you call me?
yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a bathroom break, snack break. You guys can chat if you wish while I do This sort of like
I'm gonna go pee and get a
left.
ginger ale.
Ooh.
Ew.
It's not ooh at all. That's not
I'm-
ooh behavior.
bruh.
I want to be in there so bad.
You're getting there.
In the
You're getting
bathroom?
there. Fine.
No. I
Pervert.
just went. I peed.
Did I ever download this map, or did I just leave it on?
Did I just look at it and be like, that's cool?
Me as fuck. I have 29 unread emails, which is a lot for me. 20 of them are D&D related. I just haven't had the heart to open them.
Did you see I wrote 5 short stories?
You're so powerful and
fun.
sexy. Yeah,
I actually was
Papa.
very impressed with myself.
Honestly, you write a lot. It's quite impressive.
I started writing and I was like, wow, I wrote a lot. To be fair, they're not all that long. I think in general sense, I try to keep them mostly brief.
Like underwear.
Like
No, I wear a
what?
thong.
Briefs?
No, I wear a thong.
Oh. Luna or
Yeah.
Soul? Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, I've never really thought of it for Luna.
Next question.
I'm assuming thong. Yes.
Is
Kevin?
does Lilia wear boxers?
Huh.
Probably.
Lilia's player is pissing, but yes.
Wait, actually, I think she
guess.
gave me the answer to this for the night clothes. I think yeah, she does.
Pretty sure.
Yeah,
So
I think she
fat
does.
cock somewhere. Yeah.
Dear Lord. Everyone thinks Renee's the top, but really it's always the quiet one. I almost always headcanon it that way. They're just like, everyone just like, oh yeah, that's obviously the top. Oh, as soon as hear the door. It's a good question. I
just found a meme that says it's like a psych ward picture, and it says they're gatekeeping all the hot women inside your local psych ward. The timing is impeccable.
I'll say this, Kevin. If they already rolled to rip off the door, so if we hear the door rip off, I don't think we should.
Okay, then I just need. It's gonna take a while to do this, isn't it?
I got all we need. There's nothing to see. Way
Take your time, DM.
My
Chilling.
girls.
White girls.
Luna's very obviously a colored girl. Thank you very much.
I thought you said
What
white
color
girl.
is she?
I was actually I couldn't decide race, so I just said colored.
I don't see race.
Because like Aluna is just vaguely brown. I don't want to give her a race for no other reason. I'm just like, I just want more brown people in my games. So they're just brown. I don't care what kind of brown. They're just brown.
I actually saw a character in some game that reminded me of Iluna, but I don't remember who it was now. I was like, oh, hey, that looks like
game
Iluna.
or
And
a
then
video game.
in a video game. I think it was a video game, or maybe even something else. What was I watching? I don't know. I'll have to remember that later.
Honestly, I'd be shocked if you could find one. I mean, I can only think of like 2.
Oh yeah, it was the bitch from Metaphor.
Oh, yeah.
Brigida. Or Brigida. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like if you put the Illuna and Ida in a pot.
I could see that. Actually, yeah, even look down to the hairstyle.
Yeah, she has
Yeah,
Ida's
really.
hairstyle essentially, but Illuna's like color scheme.
Hold on, that's actually kind of crazy looking.
She also has like Ida's personality, but she's a little nicer.
Brigida. Is it Brigida or Brigida?
It's Brigida.
Brigida.
I mean, I
Metaphor.
play in Japanese, so it's not like I would know, but
I need to play Metaphor. It's one of those like it's one of the time sinks I know that I'm going to fall into at some point. It's nice knowing that there's a game that I know I'll enjoy, but like not playing it.
yeah, it is like, how do I put this? The combat is decidedly inferior to like Persona combat. They made some balance choices that did not work at all, in my opinion.
Maybe I should play that other game first.
But the social system and like the time management system is actually an improvement, in my opinion. Like it's very fluid, and sometimes you have to take a few days to like travel to certain places, but when you're traveling, you have certain activities that you can do specifically while traveling, like with your buddies in your little big car thing. Also, you don't have those stupid like affection point system. Whenever you hang out with your buddy, you're gonna rank up, and the dialogue choices don't interfere in the amount of time you're gonna take, the amount of hangouts you're gonna take to rank up. They just give you like bonus.
Thank you.
Yeah, they just give you like money, a money adjacent currency.
I can finally just choose the funniest options because there's no way you're telling me hang out Makoto going beep boop isn't the correct choice for fucking Ren Amayama, whatever you want to call him, Karasu Akira, whatever his name is.
Yes.
Kira.
There's no way Joker going beep boop isn't the correct answer in that scenario. It just is.
It was great.
I think about it very consistently when she's just like, some people think I'm kind of like robot, and then Joker just looks at her and goes, beep boop.
I need to increase the size of this in like
Speaking her language.
grid size pix. Is this what it is? No, it is.
I'm just saying, if I can't go beep boop in response to you saying that to me, I'm like, we're not real friends, really. We can't be friends because I'm going to say worse things than beep boop.
We can't be friends.
Anymore. I got all I need, there's nothing else to see.
A little bit. Ah, fuck. This is.
Place is creepy and I hate
I
it so much.
should have done this with a little more time, but I didn't expect you guys to just go in there.
Blame
You
Nico.
know us.
You told us not to, so of course we were going to.
So, of course. D&D gamer logic.
I didn't expect their cries to work. That was not something I expected to be a factor.
It was just a guard. It's not that he was a guard conspiring to keep you guys away. He was just like some dude. He doesn't know what he's getting into.
Oh no!
And now you're
it's just whenever Noah lies, I never expect it to work in our favor. No offense.
What do you mean?
No offense.
I'm so reliable.
Noah. This is true. You did bring out the waterworks with a +5. I like the idea that like no matter the situation, Rala can just have like a moment of +5, and it could just be whatever idol sort of bakes up in that moment.
But with like a metaphor, it's also kind of refreshing to have like a Persona-esque game, but also people die. You know, like it's not just like teenagers doing teenager things, and everyone is like the worst thing that happens to them is that they get arrested. Okay, some people die in Persona 5, to be fair, and Persona 4, and Persona 3.
The enemies.
But things.
The implication for some things in Persona 5 is pretty bad
Yeah, it is.
for certain characters. Like for Makoto and Haru in particular, the implication of what happens to them if you fail is actually pretty gross.
Yeah. But at least like in Metaphor, it feels a little more like grounded. It's like it's a medieval fantasy, like a sort of like a dark fantasy sort of thing.
The older you get, the more you just want like.
Yeah, the plot is like fairly predictable, but it's nice. It's nice the amount of variety they put into it. Oh, like there are 8 races, and they have all like different traits and stuff, and there's like elaborate lore.
I really don't know that much about it. I've just like seen a lot of it, and I like the designs, and it looks.
It's
I just love it. Good style. I just like nice style, and I don't know. It just seems like a game that has. In general, I just like games that look like they have a lot of care in them, and it seems like it does. Whether or not it hits on everything it's trying to do is another question, but.
Yeah, it does. I'm enjoying it at least. Like I've played through a lot of it already, and again, there are some things that are definitely like, oh, you guys tried to change the Persona formula and it didn't work. Especially when it comes to combat mechanics specifically, but other mechanics are all pretty great. How do I set Fog of War on this thing? Like, I know like the lighting options, but is it just like automatic fog where it just keeps track of where you guys have already gone? Or can I just...
I know.
You'd have to set like the token vision.
Okay, token vision is... So there is a V.
That'll restrict it to what we're actually able to see.
And how do I open things up for you guys to see?
Adding light sources would be the simplest, or we traverse into those areas.
So I need to separate the areas themselves.
You could with walls. This is generally the easiest way.
This is gonna suck, but okay. Wall controls. Basic walls, terrain walls, invisible walls, ethereal walls, draw doors, secret doors. Basic walls.
Kevin attempted to say something, but he's really quiet.
Yeah, he was in the background somewhere yapping, saying things and stuff. In the
back rooms.
Yeah.
I thought that was actually just background noise.
Baka, if you just set token vision, it'll show like gray where we've already been, and we won't be able to see like things that change there, but we'll still be able to like see the general outline of it.
Yeah. It'll expand to what our character's vision is. So if we got like 30 feet of dark vision or whatever, we'll only see 30 feet ahead.
But like if you want to hide something that's beyond like our normal sight radius, like through a wall or something like that, then you have to put up walls on the map.
Yeah, I'm putting up walls right now, just drawing them. It's fine.
Me when I close myself off to someone else.
Is it not unlocked?
It's gonna take a little bit of time, but okay.
I like how both me and Nico something therapy joke.
How do I check my vision on my character sheet?
Usually you have to do an eye test and read the letters off the thing.
I was going there too. We're in sync
my right
right
eye or my left eye?
You guys think you're so funny.
Open your character sheet and close your left eye. See if you can read anything.
Okay.
There's a fences section on the character sheet.
WIS.
Kevin is trying to give you like the actual answer, and these clowns keep.
Sorry,
I did not say one last word. I made one joke. She started ripping.
Where you said it, and then you can also check it on your token itself.
But where is it at on my character sheet?
On the main front tab that has all your abilities and whatnot, on the right side, kind of towards the middle, there's a senses section, and it should probably already say dark vision on it.
I don't have dark vision.
You don't? Well, that sucks.
I have a light on if it helps you, but I don't know how far away you're gonna be.
We're both blind.
Somebody wants to put a light on my fist.
Light on your fist.
There's a light on my dagger right now.
There are so many walls on this map, bro. Why do I do this thing to myself?
Okay, so I guess we hear the door splinter and then just decide to kind of wait for the rest of the party to catch up or something? Or do we want to like
I
try
don't know
and
how
go back to where they
quickly-
are?
I don't know how quickly they decided to yank off the door. Like these two things could be happening simultaneously. If
Yeah,
they
they
yank
did.
off the door
I was
and they
waiting
just
for the thing to
walk
happen.
in,
My plan is to open the door and go, "Hello,
Hello?
howdy,
yeah.
y'all."
I think if there's even like a second of like hesitation on Luna's part, that door's already yanked open and I'm hearing yelling in the distance.
Yeah, basically, like they went up to the door, I assume, pretty fast.
Yeah, you said go time. Book was already stored.
Yeah, they were
Jumped
kind of
up.
on edge because I was feeding no information. Like shit's weird. It's really
can-
weird in here.
In the turn I rage, which I would do when I heard we need something, I'm like, all right, rage, door off hinges. Is like 60 feet, I think.
Oh man, I forgot I wanted to. Some parts of this map, I'm like, I'm not entirely satisfied with this. I should touch up on it later, but whatever. Now we're gonna draw doors.
I am okay with this being a session that doesn't run crazy late.
It's true. It's not like I have my other boy here to.
Oh, but I'm on
speak
my way
to.
home now. I might make it
It's
home in time
too
to like.
bad.
Oh fuck! I actually
It's
need
too
to
late.
interrupt the walls to put fucking. Okay, it's
Interrupt the what
shipping
now?
like this. I don't fucking care.
Isn't it?
The balls?
Man, my roommate
like-
just got a new.
I don't know why.
It's because to
Kinda
put
look
doors,
like
I can't just like click on the wall and put like, oh hey, there's a door in the middle of this wall. I have to shorten the wall and then put a door and then put another wall on the other side. You know, like you would actually build them in real life.
Yeah.
I can just magic a door in the middle where there was none. I need to actually fucking like open up space for it in the wall, and this is gonna be well.
What the heck? New
Okay, I'm
outfits again?
gonna activate the thing.
Oh, I can't see anything.
Put
They're
yourself.
giving Wise and Belle summer outfits.
Oh yeah, they are. It's because it's the
Where do
summer
I put
event.
myself?
And Belle's looks amazing. Right at
Yeah.
put yourself on the very top left corner.
Left. My left or your left?
Very top left. Very, very top left.
Hold on, let me
Oh.
zoom out just to make sure.
Can you see into the building?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh, I can see in the map.
Well, yeah. You can see in the map?
I can see on the map. But the shadows are working. I should be in there though, right?
Yeah, the entrance is here.
All right.
So you can go
I
in.
should be
Go
Can
in,
you go in?
King.
at least one wall.
Can you not go in?
I cannot go in.
Fuck my life, it's the wall. Okay, let me open up this wall. Make another wall. There we go. Now you can go in. And now there's gonna be a door here. Door. Fucking
I'll
doors.
let you.
Goddamn
I will
doors.
just stay right here until you tell me how deep I should be.
Okay.
Damn.
Tell
How do you
him.
feel the walls?
Let him know.
Never say I'm not a gentleman.
So how deep are
Okay,
you
so
going?
you can just go in. There should be a door there. There should be a door there, I think.
He
Right?
said, "Don't you worry, just go for it."
At the
Movement
entrance hall?
restriction. Wall direction. Yes, you're in the reception now. You can go up to the entrance hall.
Okay. I will be right. Ugh. Okay, I'll just stay right here then, I guess.
Also, I gotta configure you guys' tokens vision. Because due to this place, you're not supposed to be able to see anything out that is further than 30 feet away.
Or can't see anything.
Yep, I can see
I'm gonna
nothing.
put as detection moves, light perception.
I get to cheat and look at OBS though.
I do have a light. I don't know if it interferes with this darkness.
I'm just gonna mess with the dark vision thing for a moment. There we go. Well, vision. Yeah, Raul can see shit anyway. Noah, I'm gonna just change this to 30. You guys remember to update this later. Return it to like the normal values. Just like 60 normally for everyone. Lilia has nothing. Excellent.
Blind
I have
as
nothing.
fuck.
Nothing.
Okay, so you
If
were
I
currently
don't.
Iluna and Myzel were checking out the door to the entrance hall, at the farther end of the entrance hall, like around here, right?
Yeah. Can't move past where I am.
You can't.
No, I can move side to side.
God damn! This is supposed to be a door. Why is? Yeah, it's a door. How do I open the door?
Okay.
Open
I am
another.
clicking it.
Unbelievable.
What?
Huh?
No. Okay. Let me. Okay, wait. Here. Okay. This should be a door. Door state. Open. Huh? Can you move?
Huh. I'm through.
Let's go. The
I
miracle
thought
of
I was playing a
science.
puzzle game.
I never mess with these things on Foundry. I'm just messing with them live now. Okay, there's a door here as well. Yes. This door is also open. I'm gonna have to.
I'll stay right here.
I'm gonna have to do so much prep for next week, bro. All right. So, and the rest of the party, you guys can position yourselves at the door to the reception area, which is here.
I guess the question is, can they see the light from Aluna's blade?
No, they can't.
Ooh. They can't see the lunar blade.
In this area, you're always going to have 30 feet of like sight range, no matter what.
Whoa.
Everything beyond it is just like this weird, inky, disturbing darkness. So, Myzel and Luna, you guys were checking the entrance hall, opening this door that seems to lead to a corridor of sorts, and another door that is sort of like on the corner here. But you do hear the door shut. What do you do?
Sorry, that was to me, right?
Yes, you and Myzel. Essentially, like you heard the door shut behind you.
I would turn, see if there was something that closed it.
You cannot see the wall, the door from where you are now. There's only darkness around.
Myzel's gonna say to Aluna, I feel like this place is meant to divide us. We should regroup with the others immediately.
Definitely something wrong here. I think she'll walk back over.
Okay. Walking back
Nothing
is
stopped
a
me.
little. It's a little difficult. It feels like. Again, it feels like it's very far, and it's kind of like being even tiresome for you to leave this place. Feels very easy to go in, very hard to get out, essentially. But for now, you do manage to get.
Daka, is this just the Abyss from Made in Abyss?
I have not watched Made in Abyss, so it could
Oh
not
my
be.
god, what a show!
It's kind of
A lot.
hurts. A lot. I based some of the. You know what? I don't want to get into it. Some of the stuff that happens to Reg happens to Clue. I'll say that to you, Laura.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, that's the type of timing his family is.
So
Or at
as
least
you
one
guys
person.
as you guys get back to the reception area, before you can see the door, you would hear the door being like smashed open, essentially.
Hello.
Hello.
Be careful. This darkness isn't normal. We
Can
need to stay close to one another.
we hear her?
You can, yeah.
Can we see her?
Not currently. I think she is just outside of your. Yeah.
I
if
still
you guys are
see
here-
nothing.
If you are right
Yeah.
where the door is,
Did you?
you would
update
be
your
able to see
token?
Luna, like right at the threshold.
Like, do you have zero vision? Is that what you mean?
This
I
is the
I
token.
can see
30
nothing
feet.
still. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Oh.
just put a light source. I guess that's.
If your
Or give the
token got
token just
updated,
30 vision.
just drag the new one on.
Oh yeah, now I can see.
I do. Okay. We hear her then.
Should we come in?
How far is she down the hallway? Does it look like she's farther down than she
Can't
should
see
be?
her.
It seems like she's relatively close to you.
Luna.
Can we see the rest of the group
Nah.
now?
You're 30. Your side total is 30 feet. You're 35 feet away. Yeah. If you step
Well, we'll
just a little
walk
bit closer.
closer.
But as you do, it becomes progressively harder for you to actually step away. You feel like you're getting drawn there. If you try to resist it further, it might even be like physically draining for you.
Can
Luna,
I
I'll
grab
bail you out
onto?
right now.
Oh my god!
Oh, unless you.
What?
I was gonna say, can I just like grab Aluna's shoulder and teleport us both to the rest of the party?
With what?
It's dimension door.
No.
Make a will saving throw.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm just gonna hold 1 second, but I'm gonna do something regardless.
Can you just roll a 1d20 plus 9 for me?
I
I'm
got you,
driving
dog.
now.
I'm really good.
D20 plus 9.
17.
So that's 17.
Oh, well, he gets advantage.
Yeah, true. We have Intellect's Fortress.
Yes.
Let's go, 25.
You cast a spell. You both teleport through, but give me a fortitude save from each of you.
Ew. That's going to be a +8 for me.
Ugh.
24.
So that's a 9
9.
from Luna and a 24 from myself. Both of you, as you're teleporting, you feel something wrapping around sort of like your ankles, as if it's like stopping you from leaving. It is not physically wrapping around your ankles, like there's nothing there, and you teleport, but it feels like it was actively sort of like at your soul even. In Myzel's case, you do manage to struggle away from it, and you walk out unscathed. For Iluna, though, it does seem like this thing was, when you teleported out, instead of wrestling yourself away from it, it's like you snapped out of whatever it was holding, which in this case is sort of like a spirit part of your foot, so to speak. So you suffer temporarily a 5-foot reduction to your walking speed, and minus a 1d4 to dexterity checks in general. Doesn't seem to be something you can't recover from, but it definitely feels like something was trying to hold you there. But you do manage to teleport both of yourselves away from the sanatorium.
I think you just hear let out like a sharp gasp of pain. Damn it.
What happened?
Something took hold of me, but not like physically.
Like something in your head, you mean?
More. No. In a more spiritual sense.
Spiritual.
Blythe? Are you there?
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
am.
You have any experience with something like this? Wait, no, sorry,
really.
memories.
No, I do not seem to recall anything quite like this. We have dealt with other undead spirits at times, but this feels rather different.
I might want to check how the Aether is affecting this place before we try to delve deeper into it. There's
Can
something...
Myzel attempt to use one of the charges of the Asuna materia to cleanse the effect from Iluna? It is both greater and lesser restoration in the same spell.
Do you want to just try to do that outright?
Yeah, he'll just go ahead and try and like touch her on the forehead and try and cleanse it.
Well, you use the materia on her and nothing seems to happen.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. If you would like to give her a more thorough medical inspection.
I can do that. What kind of check you need?
A medicine check?
Medicine check?
Yes.
Ah, Lamau. I don't think I'm proficient with that, so it's just a d20 plus 4.
Very well.
Someone doesn't mind rolling that for me.
Luna, you got it.
Oh yeah, totally. Very normal 12.
Plus what again? 4? 3?
Or I mean that was I added +4, I rolled an 8.
Oh, it was already a +4. Okay.
Yeah.
With a 12, you inspect Iluna and don't seem to find anything wrong with her in a physical sense.
That's strange. As far as I can tell, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, she seems winded for sure, but other than that,
thanks, doctor. I'll tell my ankle that.
I know, I believe you, but
Like I said, it wasn't physical.
What did you feel exactly?
Like something was grasping onto me. When we teleported away, it sort of broke away.
Like it kind of kept part of you there or something?
Maybe not kept part of me, but this place feels like it takes hold of all of you spiritually. When we were going inside, it felt difficult to come back. And the deeper we went inside, the easier it became. Imagine strands of darkness sort of encircling around your body. And then when you try to squeeze out, it forcefully is trying to keep you where you are. In a metaphysical sense.
What's blood yapping about?
Ta-da.
as long as we kill whatever's back there doing it, we should be able to leave just fine.
You don't know how deep inside it is.
But I think we do need to devise a method of making sure we don't get separated.
Should we just like daisy chain ourselves together with some rope?
Magic like this, unnatural matter.
Do I have any experience with this kind of magic?
Nope.
I figured. I don't have any experience with this kind of magic.
Barely feels like magic even.
If it's magic at all. It barely feels like magic even.
If this is yet another one of those
One
devil
of them queers.
demon devils.
Does this feel more somewhat akin to Granny Snowflake?
No.
No. Even more alien than that, huh?
Rain Snowflake was not alien, it was extraplanar.
Okay, that's like
A different dimension is different than a different planet. In the
yeah,
sense
when I say alien, I mean it in more of a pure sense of the word of like
Strange.
if it feels if it just feels strange.
Out of this
Actually
world.
planar, I imagine like feeling strange, but like I imagine this is like even more alien.
yeah, it's more strange.
Cuz like yeah, cuz like a planar might be like, "Oh, it's strange," but like there's a familiarity and this feels like I can't even
yes. The
there's not even a feeling I can attach to this.
yes, the Shadowfell is a part of the natural order of things. It may not be pleasant. It may not be pleasant for everybody, but it belongs in the world.
Yeah.
These influences don't seem like they belong in the world. It's almost like something went, a glitch that went through the fabric of reality.
I don't like it here. This isn't natural. There's something wrong with this place.
Should we check it out more closely?
I'm not sure it's something that you can understand now.
Can always give it a try. Hopefully there's no text.
Be my guest. What are you planning on doing?
Just going in. There's no play. I want to see this.
Can I put a rope around his waist?
You do,
Can I lasso him like a wild pig?
you do get like just so I'm not amiss about it. You do get a very strong like warning in the back of your head not to go in. But
It's the voice again, guys.
it's the voices again.
The voice of reason.
The voices are telling me not to go into the loonies place. But do you go in regardless?
I'm gonna wait for a moment. I want to see what the others think about my excursion.
My statement persists.
And what is
So
your
we're just-
statement?
So
that
we're
I
just
want to
going.
lasso him.
Oh, okay.
Are you suggesting we should just abandon Uncle Charlie?
Not abandoned, but that doesn't mean we gotta run in there.
I mean, Miss Luna got hurt and she's way tougher than you. So maybe
Like-
you shouldn't.
Like physically, though.
You have a way to protect yourself mentally before you go in?
Yep.
And are you
Mm,
gonna use
I-
it?
If I'm allowed to go inside, yes. I don't want to waste my magical energy here.
I
Yeah.
already have Luna and I shielded. You could shield the others potentially.
No, I want to be clear with you when I say this. Physically and mentally, it's beyond that sort of. And DM, correct me if I'm wrong. It's beyond that sort of feeling. This is going to be something that touches your essence. Same way that something like the lake and the wolfwood might affect you. Different elements might affect your body. Could very well be the case with what's ever lurking inside of here.
Are you saying I could turn into a wolf again? I don't want that.
No,
Could be something
something
else,
worse
though.
than a wolf.
Yeah, what do you got
A
against
child?
What's worse than a rapist?
A child.
child.
No.
Child. No.
The
If I
post
could pull
never
off that
posted
meme of
again.
Rala, it would be so good. That's our homework idol. We figure out that meme for Rala somehow. Listen, if we want to go in, I won't stop you, but let's test a few things. You know, Orin's hut?
Yes.
Let's see if you can't cast it and if it on some level impedes whatever it is affecting us.
Should I cast it in there
It
then?
doesn't. Not too deep, but yeah.
I'll be gentle.
Lilia, keep a rope on him.
On it.
I'm going to step up to the door. I'm going to tap the side of my head and a cold feeling washes over my brain as I will intellect fortress myself. And I'll just stand by the doorway and I'm going to reach my left hand in and I'll whisper, Orin, this one's for you. Hopefully you're still alive. And I'll cast Orin's tiny hut.
You're casting Orden's time. Are you trying to make a hut that is sort of like with the center on the doorway?
The center on the.
I would. I wouldn't.
No.
I would, just so you don't have to spend the whole minute casting it in there. But you do whatever you want.
But that like wouldn't cast it properly. Then I assume that's what he's going for.
Why not?
Okay, what is your aim here? What is your
I
objective?
thought of like I was imagining this casting, not necessarily happening with me in the center, but almost like a bubble of protection or safeguard emitting from the palm of my hand, and me kind of slowly releasing it into the center of like the hallway here, like the entrance pinging, and it gradually growing as I fuel it with more and more magic. It's like I'm blowing up a balloon essentially.
Okay, so you're stepping in and then casting the spell and creating the tiny hut inside of the reception.
No. I'm stepping to the door and then emitting a bubble of energy from the palm of my head into the room. That's how I thought of the spell casting.
Right. So kind of like the same thing that I said. So the center of the tiny hut is the doorway because you're touching it to cast the spell. Is that it?
Why am I touching anything?
I mean, you're extending your hand, right?
Yeah, like
Or
towards the entrance. Like imagine I have a ball in my hand and I like reach forward up to the entrance and I drop the ball inside. That's my spell. But that spell is attached to my hand like a bubble and it's growing from there.
Yeah, the thing is, Limo's tiny hut can't be cast like remotely.
I'm
I'm
not
saying
trying
you have to cast it around yourself.
Yeah,
You can't just.
the range. Yeah, the range itself. The dome springs out around yourself. It can't spring the dome out.
Okay. That was my okay. By the way, pinging this so it goes
Unless
away.
you can use like Order of Scribes or something else to cast it from like as if you were in a different location.
That is a great point.
That only lets other creatures cast the spell as if they had cast it. It doesn't let you just like toss the spell as a Pokeball.
No, well, it lets you cast a spell from your spellbook as if you were in that area. So it's not a Pokeball per se, but it's essentially like a yeah. You can cast it from that area as if you were in the space. That's what the Wiccan spellbook does, and that thing doesn't. The world doesn't affect that fucking thing, so it can just do what it wants.
What my
But that's
question
Order of
was,
Scribes. You can't do that.
yeah, I can't do that. But what I was also wondering is if I cast the spell in like a doorway, do I know whether that works or not?
If you cast on the doorway, it is going to expand it 10 feet into the room itself.
Okay, so it's good to cast it there.
If we're just trying to test how it feels, if
Then
it
yeah.
extends into the area, if it changes how we feel, then yeah.
I shall cast it there.
Make a spellcasting ability check. Okay. As the bubble is sort of like expanding out from your hand, you do feel that instead of expanding into thin air, it's kind of like it's expanding through like a liquid as it pushes, and you have to make a little bit of effort to actually keep it even and push through. But it does feel like the bubble sort of repels the influence that was over the area. So you feel like whatever presence was covering the air there, at least inside of the tiny hut, you're safe.
Okay. As my bubble touches that, I'll go, ooh, it's wet. But I can get in there. I can push through.
Me when you're a girl.
I think Aluna just shares a look with Lilia.
It feels like I pushed something back with this, like away from myself.
Well, that's good news at least. No, did it take any effort to do so?
Just a little, but I'm really powerful.
Alright. Knowing what's in there, are we all okay with moving in deeper?
I mean, as long as we're as protected as we can be. If we're going in deep, it's best to use protection.
Before any decisions are made, I would like to remind you that tiny hut stays in place.
Yeah.
I'd like you to feel the difference of when you get inside without the protection of the hut. Tell me if you're confident that you'll be able to make it all the way into the center of whatever it is here.
Can you repeat that last part again?
And you're confident you'll be able to make it all the way to the center of whatever is inside here. More than most are magically sensitive.
I'll give it a go, although I'm honestly pretty confident.
This man's gonna turn into an alien.
Yeah, I have concerns about my ability to not be affected by magical things, but I'll do my best.
I'm okay. Just before you commit to it again.
You want me to stop so bad, it's crazy.
And I don't want you to stop. I'm just pointing out the logistics of this. Is your plan to keep recasting Tiny Hut and
No.
walking slowly as you do it?
No, I'm going
Okay.
to step
It'll
through
be
without.
safer, but no.
Yeah, I'm stepping through without recasting it, and I'll see how I feel without the tiny hut first.
All right. You drop the Tiny Hut. Immediately as you feel the presence in the air, feeling the room again, you begin seeing the room a little bit in a different way, with splatters of blood and ichor and other weird phenomenon around the reception. And make a will saving throw.
Got it.
I'm so powerful.
Your mind is stable.
It always is.
But again, as you enter, it feels like the exit is a little bit farther than it should be.
That's a curious feeling.
What is your
I
passive
definitely
perception?
like hang on, where do I see this? On the side of the actual thing, right?
Yep.
12. Well, that's not as bad as I thought. Lol.
Okay. You just hear the building settling in a bit. Nothing too unusual.
Settling in, did you say?
Yeah. You know, creaking slightly.
Okay. I do see something different here. It looks different, otherworldly maybe. The building is moving. I'm fairly sure. This might be a mimic. I'll poke
Can I
one of the
make-
walls.
Did
Can I
you
make
poke
an
one of the walls?
Arcana check?
Yeah, I'm making a poke. I'm doing a poke.
An
Can I
Arcana
make an
check
Arcana check?
about mimics?
Is this a big ass mimic?
Could be. There's
Okay,
colonies.
make an Arcana check. The way you poke the wall, nothing happens.
Does it feel like wall? Or is it cake?
It feels like wall, although a little moist.
I'm going to grab a dagger out of my pocket, stab it into the wall.
You're gonna what?
You
Stab
heard
a
me.
dagger into the wall.
No, I actually didn't. I was.
Unreal. I grab a dagger out of one of my pockets and I look at the wall once more, smile, and stick it in.
Okay, you stab into the wall, and
Today is crazy.
just stone, just cling. As for your Arcana check, Noah's posit that this might be a mimic would not be technically impossible. Mimics are creatures that can come in many shapes and sizes. They can be as small as a ring and as large as a building. So in theory, yes, it would be a very, very large mimic, but the whole sanatorium could be a mimic. Although, since nobody in the city has apparently this building has been here for a very long time. So either it has been a mimic
Forever.
Forever, or it has somehow been destroyed and replaced by a mimic without anyone noticing.
I turn around and I say, "You," looking at Gigi, "you know what this is."
Does Gigi know what this is?
Confused.
Come on, Gigi, just reveal yourself. Does Gigi
I'm
say
worried about the
anything?
first person that fails that save.
She's just gonna look confused.
Don't worry, I'll be going in that door before long. It's gonna be me.
I'm going to take a few more steps inside, just in case. So I'm going to take a few more steps inside.
Just in case, yes.
Just in case.
Just in case.
You take a few more steps.
I should move my token, huh?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case. I'm gonna go to the end of the N that is on the floor. And I think to myself, why did they write it this way when you're coming in through the door in the back? Oh, I can't read that. Never mind. I don't know what it says.
It's not written on the fucking floor.
How good it would be if it was though.
Never mind, I can't read.
This fucking these are my clowns and this is my circus. I can't even claim it otherwise.
You had one person said anything. He is the clown. We have all been silent for the last 5 minutes.
You walk in.
Personal circus. Don't drag us into the fucking carnival.
Oh, because he's Brazilian.
And again, you see the same side as Luna. The reception here seems to have been smashed and tossed and is in a state of disrepair, so to speak. There is a door around here that is shut, and around here there is a sort of jail cell-like door that leads to the entrance hall, and another door around here.
Around
also
where?
closed.
Out there. Okay.
Yes, there's a door here, a closed door here, closed door here.
Should I check the back door?
I mean, we already went through there. It just goes deeper into the entrance hall.
Did you check the other two doors?
Are we going through this? Are we going into the sanatorium, guys? I need to know. Are we doing this? Be firm and clear.
I'm inside.
I think we should investigate. There's obviously something off here, but I think we should all go in with our minds guarded. So, Noah, did you cast that spell on Lilia and Rala as well?
Uh-huh. No, I didn't.
No, this man's just a liar.
Myself told you should.
Yep, you did. I didn't press the level up button, but I could. I could replace a 5th level slot with a 3rd. I didn't. So I'll say, yep, I did, and I'll tap my forehead real quick. Oh, they're not close enough. I'll take a few steps back.
To just spend the correct amount instead of spending the one amount that you did? Or are you just going to spend that much?
No, I would have loved to, but the DM didn't react, so I was like, okay, I'll go. I'll do it right.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't react to what?
Yeah, because I was like, what if I just replace the 3rd level with the 5th level in my spell? The slot.
Yeah. I mean, if you're intent, I think it's largely inconsequential of a change, like.
Yeah, it's just a spell level slot.
Because otherwise,
That
it's
would
like,
happen.
oh, you enjoyed Intellect Fortress for all of 2 minutes before just recasting it at a higher level to include other people.
Yeah.
Like it's fine. I don't think I'm gonna die because it'll let you spend a 5th level instead of a 3rd.
Think again. But I will do that, and there would have been cold washing over your brains as well.
Oh, I
Okay.
should have
No
been
one wants to
holding
investigate.
this
No one wants to
rope.
investigate.
Holding a pile of shredded rope. Oh no, I shouldn't have been the one to hold this. I didn't even notice what I was doing. Oh, whoops.
Okay. Hold on. Luna's gonna tie. Luna's gonna tie the rope.
You just might need a new one at this point. This one's so many pieces. How did I even make?
I have another rope. You're very, very strong. I have another rope. It's fine. I'm gonna tie up Lilia.
I'll just like put my hands up in the air and do the little spin like a fucking kid getting something tied around them.
What kind of rope do you have, Luna?
I think in this moment, shut up. I think in this moment, as I'm doing this with Lilia, and then I'm gonna roll, and I'm looking around, and the goddamn purgatory world, Lilia really does have like a come to God moment of like, and aloud, probably Aurora or Lilia just hears under her breath like, "Gods, I really am a mother. I am a mother."
Her mother by
Ties
choice,
everyone up.
not
We're
by
walking.
blood.
Mommy.
Tie everyone up. We're walking in. I guess we're going.
Mommy.
You're all walking in, everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Drop the Eldritch Being. Throw
Before we
Cthulhu
went
at
in,
us.
Rala would. I just want. Does anything look different in the surrounding area, like outside of the area to her? Like, because the vibe I'm getting is like she's not seeing the things that she might or might not be able to see.
Oh, in the area outside of the sanatorium, you see the usual horrors.
Okay. All right. That's great. Okay.
Yes, the fence in particular, because the outside of the sanatorium there's like a high wall and then a spiked fence. The fence looks very inviting, just peachy.
Okay.
Inside the sanatorium, for a blessing, you don't seem to see much. Of
that stuff.
Yeah, of that stuff. You just see the horrifying visions of blood splatters and ink hues and the occasional eye peeking out of the wall. But other than that, fine.
Okay. That's
The Luna
kind of
still
what I was
has
getting.
see invisibility going, right?
The what?
The Luna still
Yeah, I
has see
still see
invisibility
Luna.
going.
Yeah,
Myzel's gonna go ahead and also cast Detect Magic to just have that going to watch out for
Does
any
Luna
magical weirdness.
How does Luna have invisibility?
See invisibility.
I see invisibility.
See invisibility. Okay.
I'm just naturally just kind of not there, This.
Okay, you're casting Detect Magic for what?
Just to keep an eye out on the world of what's going on. To like as a sixth sense.
Okay, feels like the same sort of like oppressive aura, like this very weird energy. Again, you also have never encountered something like this in all of your travels. But everyone has entered, right?
Yep.
All right, everyone make will saving throws.
Me again?
No, not you. You're already in.
And I don't think Myzel and Aluna ever fully left. We just went to the doorway where the rest of the party was.
No, we fully left because my
board
ankle
out.
was snapped.
Yeah.
Oops.
If we didn't teleport out, I wouldn't have made that save.
Correct.
I have no idea what you said because you crackled out of existence. Still doing it.
Oh, he's back. He's actually dead.
No, he's
They
still
killed
alive
Kevin.
here.
He's still
They
making a saving
killed
throw, though.
Kevin. I don't want to make that one for him.
Is that +9?
It's
I
at
think
advantage
so.
as well.
I don't know the number. That's a spellcast ability. It's probably +8 or something. I don't know because I don't even know what his saving throws are. I can't be responsible for this homebrew
Yeah, I
character.
also don't want to be responsible for this.
Not it.
DM.
It falls on me.
You
Very
made
well.
the class.
The what? What does the class
You
have
made
to
the
do with anything?
class.
What does it have to do with anything?
I don't know its saving throws. I don't know if it has bonuses. He has a pursuit class. I don't know if that gives something different. It gives something different. So I don't know what his bonuses are. I don't know anything about what his sheet has on it.
I just. Yeah, 19 plus stuff is gonna do it. There he goes. Well, you all enter, and for those of you who had not yet experienced this shift, whereas before you saw this tossed around, kind of broken, dilapidated reception area, you now see that, but also more gore and greedy things and signs that something bad has happened in this place. Oh,
Discord on my phone lost its mind, but I'm home now, so I just rejoined on my computer.
yes. So, everyone is in. And I believe now that everyone has committed to entering the sanatorium, that's a good spot for us to leave it off for today.
Oh,
We just
You
had
sure?
to teleport out.
I mean, we can't play for like much longer, right?
listen, what I was trying to say when I was on, like, my phone was dying is it was not my intent to teleport out. It was my intent to, like, greet the party at the door right here.
But then Luna would have been fucked.
Why would you okay, but you cast Dimension Door to like walk 20 feet?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, that was the intent. was to was to not have to walk the distance and try and avoid any repercussions. Of,
That's
like,
what I was
physically
just
walking the
doing.
distance.
I assumed you were trying to just get out of the sanatorium.
No.
Stop.
No, that might have just been a miscommunication because I was dipping in and out on my phone. But the intent was to, like, meet up with the rest of the party without having to cross the distance. But also, like, we felt the kind of tugging at us. So he wasn't going to try and, like, fully drag everyone out, like, her out.
Well, if that's the case, Luna can have her stuff back, but...
Sorry, that's my bad for not making it clear what the intention was, because I also couldn't see the map when I was, like, describing what my Zell was doing.
Yeah, okay.
That's a valid argument. I'll allow it.
But anyway, yeah, that's where we're leaving it off, because otherwise I don't know how long we're gonna be exploring things, and we would only have like 20 minutes or so left to play anyway. So I think it's best just cut it here, as you guys have committed to the decision of exploring the place, instead of just coming back at a later date.
The skill points for the spells that I've cast.
This place sucks way more than the graveyard.
Yeah.
Let's see. I cast a detect magic. Wait, why did that not?
I mean,
I guess the fact that I've been playing Amnesia's Knave for like the last hour has not helped either.
Oddly fitting timing wise.
Yeah. I think it's probably the perfect like screen. I don't know if you know what it looks like, the thumbnail for Amnesia. Let me just post it. Like it's probably even less light, but like this is
Oh, yeah.
this is what I've been staring out in
No,
the
thank
corner of
you.
my eye for like the last hour. I was just kind of like, oh, that's
fucked up.
In
Thanks,
my
but no thanks.
mind's eye, the sanatorium, like architecturally, is more like the hospice from Outlast.
yeah, that sounds right.
Like
I
smaller,
hate it.
because the one from Outlast is fucking enormous, but on a similar like sort of like scale and design sort of like thing.
I don't like it here.
But I know
Nice.
you haven't seen Made in Abyss, but this is very, very Made in Abyss vibes as well.
I don't tend to do like Eldritch horror stuff. It's just sort of where the where things ended up landing design wise.
I thank you for doing it.
Oh, it's very spooky fun. I enjoy.
As soon as
We'll
we
see how
entered, I was just like, oh, it's the Nico area. Boy's about the cream in his pants.
We're gonna have an area catered towards everyone in the group.
Yes.
I
It's
don't
mine.
know. I don't know who was the graveyard, but still.
That's a good point. Who
Laura.
was the grave?
I don't know.
Orin.
Oh my god.
Who
No,
whoever
this
it applies to, that was yours.
horror movie shit ain't me. That's not me, man.
If we go into spiritual journey, that's mine. This is
Oh, that's
like
kinda
the
right, huh?
the mega Luna almost. I
Marco
think.
just has like a girlfriend that like exists to counter every single one of us.
Specifically, it was like, yes, I'm gonna meet one like this and one like that.
It's like the fucking rival in Pokemon, just getting the exact
Yeah.
opposite, but better version of what you get.
I feel like this is gonna be like one of those. We're gonna meet this girl, and then after the next time we see him, we're gonna be like, "You bang this person like
What the
regularly."
fuck is wrong with you?
I'm still thinking it's a devil.
I mean,
No.
he could have a
Devil-
devil as
this
a
is an
girlfriend. Like,
alien.
I wouldn't put it past him.
This is whatever is happening right now is not from
What if it's
here.
the alien devil?
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Wait, that's actually kind of cool.
He's just Canadian.
Yeah, man. You ever think that maybe it's the alien devil and they're worried about getting probed?
What the fuck?
Exactly what I was
My
thinking.
goal is to have the hottest takes with the worst follow-ups.
The hardest thing.
That's
shit,
just
already?
me as a person. I'm great at first, and then you get to talk to me like, actually, no. Oh,
I'm just sitting here thinking about the implications of it. We all love you.
Awooga.
I don't know how else to console you. Console?
Hunting.
Hey, I've done every soul joke underneath the moon. That's probably one of the better ones. If I'm being
I mean, that's
console.
fair. It was grounded.
I remember
at
like
least.
It was
I
great.
remember back in the bunk on server, everyone had a really stupid one, and I was just like, "Oh, this is so funny."
They got jokes already as well.
Of jokes.
Different area codes.
I got hoes in different area. I didn't know what area codes was when I was a kid. So when he said that, I was just like, "What are area codes?"
What's
Wow.
blood yapping about?
That must
Big
be the
ones.
generational
Why does
gap
it-
right there.
The generational,
Damn.
yeah.
No, I just don't think I was paying attention.
Well, because I mean, I still remember like when you didn't have to dial the area code to get to like a local number. And now it's like they made a change a while back that now you dial the area code for everything, even if it's in the same area code as you.
I thought.
Yeah,
Where?
that's how it was. Yeah, you didn't have to dial the area code.
Mm-hmm.
When it was
Like
back
if
on my
somebody was in the same
landline,
area code as you, you did not have to dial the area code for that.
when I
number.
used my rotary phone.
And I mean, like
I
that
don't
was like
think-
if you dialed out of your area code, you also often it became long distance sometimes, and you had to pay extra.
I don't think I had to do. I think I did anyway, and I didn't know that you didn't have to. Because when you put it in, it just ignores it. I think a lot of the times.
I think I'm gonna go to bed though, gang.
Have a
Good
wonderful
night.
time, gang.
Yeah,
Good
we're
night.
done with session. I'm a skedaddle early. Good night.
Have sleepy bye.
I get home and session's over. Perfect timing.
I mean, I think it's a profit that you managed to join for any amount of time anyway.
Honestly, yeah. Everyone was complaining that I was ignoring them, and I'm just like, bitch, this is my fucking D&D night. I do not miss this shit unless I am dying in the hospital.
I appreciate
Shoot,
it.
I mean, I played this with what was I had the flu. You need to ask Lindsay about when this happened because I don't remember in between when I was having the. There was a point in time where sort of taking care of me while I had the flu. I was just sitting in the middle level with my head leaned up, looking at the ceiling as I desperately tried to drink the chicken noodle broth. And it was just it's very sad to watch, just like someone just like
I know.
and then I'd stare up at the ceiling and like be half there in and out of fevers. And then I played on one of my off fever nights I was here. I think you guys heard me cough like a bitch. And then I went to pass out afterwards. So it was a fun
Most
time.
people don't cough like a bitch, I guess.
Most people don't go like a bitch.
No, I had some particular bitchy coughs. You could hear my body dying. How many
Nice.
short stories did I write? Holy shit. I'll let you know right now, it's probably more than 5.